Welcome back to another edition of Green is Good. This is the Green Festival edition of Green is Good, and we're here in beautiful New York City, New York, and we're so excited to have with us entrepreneur Lev Kelman. Welcome to Green is Good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And you're a chocolatier. You're bringing one of my favorite products. This is a vegan chocolate. Brooklyn Dark is his company, and it's a vegan chocolate. So I'm so excited to talk about this. But before we talk about your wonderful products, I want you to talk about the Lev Kelman story. You talk about your journey, how you even founded this company, where you're from, and how we got here.
That's excellent questions. When people asking me where I'm from, I always tell them I'm from vagina.
Okay, explain that.
What it means is that, we all come from vagina. That's who we are. But when people ask me where, I was born in Uzbekistan, and that Uzbekistan was part of USSR. I speak Russian. I'm ethnically Jewish, and I'm American citizen.
So a little bit of everything.
Yes, exactly. That's what America is all about.
That's what America. And you now live in what part of New York?
Brighton Beach.
Brighton Beach, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yes. I represent.
With your wife, Lori.
Yes.
Beautiful. So here we have at the table this beautiful product, Brooklyn Dark. And for our audience out there, you could go to www.brooklyndark.com to find all of Lev's delicious products. Explain a little bit the journey. How many years ago did you start this brand, and when did you start coming up with all your very unique different lines here?
We started we started selling about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Around April 10, 3 years ago.
Okay.
But it took us about a year before we start production to find the source and everything else.
Okay.
So Brooklyn Dark was born as a niche company. What it means by that is that when we started 3 years ago, there was no hemp chocolate. There was hemp milk, there was hemp cereal, but there was no hemp chocolate. And I'm a hemp activist, and I believe that hemp is very important for nutrition and also for the planet. We cannot be green as a society without hemp.
Right.
So we come up with Brooklyn Dark. We have 5 flavors. Brooklyn Dark is classic hemp, which is plain.
Okay.
Open sesame has sesame seeds. Orange seal has dry cranberry, sunflower seeds, and orange zest. Popstar is organic, non-GMO popcorn and sea salt. American spice, a little spicy.
Wow. And so talk a little bit about how special these are. These are vegan, they're hemp, they're gluten-free. Can you explain why these are sustainable in terms of your sourcing, your chocolate and the cacao and everything else?
Perfect. We committed to Rainforest Alliance certification, and what it means is that the cacao itself was grown sustainably and harvested sustainably, and living wage was paid to the people who did that.
Wow.
Now, we also use hemp. All our products will have hemp. Hemp is very important for the planet. The reason for that is that we can make paper, plastic, oil, rope, food out of hemp. 1 acre of hemp produces as much as 4 acres of trees. So it's more efficient. And trees are very efficient in taking carbon from the atmosphere and producing oxygen. So we can leave them alone, so they'll do what they have to do, and we produce everything out of hemp. That's why because hemp is more efficient too.
Wow. So you started selling these 3 years ago, and people buy them online on your website?
We have both. We're in about 30 stores right now and growing. We also have a presence online, as you mentioned, www.brooklyndark.com. We are in mostly health food stores, independently owned health food stores.
I'm a vegan, and I talk about that a lot, Lev. And what I find is this is really great for folks like me, because historically there weren't chocolates that were made vegan and so sustainably like your green chocolates. How has it been? You launched, how has the reception been, given that you use hemp and also you're vegan and you're gluten-free?
Well, customers love us. Big companies, I don't think they're still getting us,
Okay.
When we started it 3 years ago, if I would put hemp leaf on my chocolate, they would say, no, nobody would buy it. Please remove that.
Wow.
So now we're getting more and more accepted. Whole Foods love our product, but we still have technical issues with them on our side.
Right.
And all other products, all other stores, all other stores, like we're pursuing them right now, and we're growing rapidly.
Why were people resistant historically against hemp here in the United States?
Because hemp was, in 1937, hemp was outlawed
Right.
and criminalized. And based on propaganda that was actually instilled in people, people consider hemp and marijuana is the same thing, which is not.
It's not.
So hemp has really negative connotations.
But it's it's the opposite. It has so many benefits for a sustainable planet.
Absolutely. As I said, we cannot be green without hemp.
You know,
And also for the nutrition.
yeah.
For Brooklyn Dark was designed for vegans and vegetarians, because we vegans and vegetarians cannot get omega-3 and omega-6 from fruits and vegetables. We have to have seeds or nuts. So we're saying that Brooklyn Dark is one of the sources.
Wow. And so if you've just joined us, we've got Lev Kelman. He's the president and the owner of Brooklyn Dark. You can find his great chocolate products at brooklyndark.com. Lev, you're an ecopreneur. You're an entrepreneur, which means you're innovative and creative. How does this kind of product and how does this kind of business allow you to use your creative side?
It allows me to express myself and also have a word to say in the world. I mean, I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to millions and thousands of hundreds of thousands of people right now.
Right.
And I have a chance to express myself, and also express my opinion, and also express knowledge, scientific knowledge that, we already long possess. I'm here also one of the reasons we started the business is to change people's perceptions on hemp.
Wow. So you get to mix your capitalism with social activism and therefore become a social entrepreneur.
Absolutely, yeah. Capitalism is not the bad word,
No.
When it's crony capitalism, that's the bad word.
I agree. I agree with you. That
Market
makes
is a beautiful thing.
Right, right. And why did you choose Green Festivals as a place to showcase your delicious chocolates?
Well, I believe that there is a lot of people who think alike, and it's much easier to sell and introduce product to people who think the same way you do. So that's why we're here. Green Festival has been fantastic for us, and there's a lot of vegans, vegetarians passing by, and this is like unique way to introduce product directly to the people.
So you have a B2C and a B2B opportunity here, both to your consumers, but also to retailers who can potentially carry your product.
Absolutely. I met a lot of nice people. I met a lot of people who own the stores, who own distribution channels. Yes, it's been fantastic for us.
How about on social media? It's sort of a democratizing way to get the word out. How do you leverage social media to spread the word of Brooklyn Dark?
We are on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Twitter is BK Dark Chocolate, and Instagram the same, at BK Dark Chocolate. Facebook is Brooklyn Dark, I think. For followers on Twitter and Instagram, what I usually do, people who follow me, I like to reward that. And the way I do it is I have a password, so that people can follow me and get the passwords, and then when they mention the passwords at the booth, I either give them savings or discounts.
Wow. So you actually have an interactive form of social media where you actually give an incentive for people to follow you, hear the message you're spreading, and then give them an incentive with your delicious chocolate.
Absolutely, yeah.
That makes so much sense. So can you explain the flavors and how you evolved it? When before we went on the air, you were actually explaining to me the evolution, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can you walk
Sure,
our
absolutely.
audience through that?
Yes, so we have 5 flavors. Classic hemp is plain. So we're trying to reach as broad spectrum of people as we could do. The 66% is between, because there's some people like higher content chocolate, and there is some people who don't like dark chocolate. So we're trying to bridge in between. Bridge is very symbolic here. We're trying to bridge. We're trying to create a lot of bridges.
That's great.
Yes.
I love it.
Classic hemp is plain. It all depends on your mood. You like just plain dark chocolate.
Right.
This is the one for you.
Right.
Open sesame has raw sesame seeds, so they're really rich in calcium. So you're working out or pregnant women, every pregnant woman comes to my booth. I gave her open sesame right away because they need rich calcium stuff.
Wow.
Now, orange silk is for people who like little something sweeter and like orange in there.
Okay.
And we double orange here. There's not only orange zest there, we also have dry cranberry that was sweetened with orange juice. Popstar is our recent one. This is the last one we come out with. This is has organic non-GMO popcorn and sea salt.
Wow, that's very different.
Yes, thank you. And Moroccan spice is it's the spices, unique spices. It's cumin, coriander, black pepper. I cannot give you the proportion of it.
It's proprietary.
Otherwise, I'll have to kill you.
No,
Sorry.
let's not do that. No.
No. So it's unique. Nobody uses those spices in chocolate.
Do you mind if I try this one?
Not at all.
I'm going to try this right
Yes.
on the air. While I'm trying it, talk a little bit about...
Hold on a second. Are you going to try something else before that?
No, I'm going to
No,
just try
gonna
this
try
one.
this
This
one,
is the
okay.
one I'm going to try. because
Perfect.
I'd love to try them all, but I have to watch my my waistline a little bit.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. So this is perfect because I eat chocolate every day.
And look
if
at you.
work out
Yeah.
and eat chocolate, this is actually the best way to stay in shape because they have a lot of essential fatty acids. It also says our slogan that you're one chocolate away from a happier day.
I love that. You're one chocolate away from a happier day. I mean, how do you beat that? And talk a little bit about you talked about bridging. Why you have the Brooklyn Bridge on the on your as your logo?
Thank you. Brooklyn Bridge is very symbolic with Brooklyn.
Okay.
Okay. First, people try to sell Brooklyn Bridge. It's kind of like funny. Yeah, we're
Right.
trying to sell Brooklyn Bridge. Haha. Also, we're trying to bridge hemp industry, hemp culture with the regular people and chocolate.
Gotcha.
We're trying to bridge dark chocolate into regular chocolate. So we're building a lot of bridges.
In capitalism with social activism.
Absolutely, yeah. Capitalism and social justice is one of the things. It's more efficient when people are happy. When people are not happy, what they do revolutions. They create revolutions. When people are happy, they don't create revolutions.
This is delicious, by the way.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
unique. I've never had something with the spices like this.
Thank you.
This is absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
I mean, Brooklyn Dark. Talk a little about your wife works with you in the company.
Yes, my wife works for me, and she's been a great help. She's a VP of sales. She got us into a lot of different stores, and she's fantastic. She's my strength. She keeps us going.
and Lev, we have about a minute and a half left. Can you share any final thoughts on hemp or your Brooklyn Dark Chocolate with our audience before we have to sign off for today?
Absolutely. Hemp is very important not only for nutritional values, but also for the earth. If we want to keep earth improving or better, or keep it for the grandchildren or children of the grandchildren and children of grandchildren, we have to be sustainable. We have to realize that everything we have to do have to be sustainable.
Right.
Every aspect of our daily routine have to be sustainable, because that's the only way we're going to create future for the future generations. Otherwise, if we're just going to ruin everything, there's no future for them. There's probably little future for us, but mostly we're ruining future for children of our children.
That's right. And so the best way to do that is to create sustainable products and then to support sustainable products.
Absolutely, yes.
That's wonderful. Well, for our audience out there, thank you for joining us today. This is the Green Festival's edition of Green is Good, and it's been so exciting to have Lev Kelman with us. Lev taught us today you're only one chocolate away from a happier day if you eat Brooklyn Dark, and you can find Brooklyn Dark at www.brooklyndark.com. Lev Kelman, you are truly living proof that green is good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been an honor to be interviewed by you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.